Hello and welcome to the original Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour. Hi, I'm Dick Smothers.
And I'm the original brother, Tom.
Yes. These shows were taped in the late 60s before a live audience at Television City in Hollywood. And the Comedy Hour you're about to see was first broadcast on September 29th, 1968.
Now, this show was never broadcast in its entirety on CBS, but you're about to see it uncut as it was originally performed. Our guests were Harry Belafonte and Cass Elliot.
Yeah. Now, Belafonte was already a big star, accomplished singer and actor, and also an outspoken champion of civil rights and other important causes. But the censors cut out one of Harry's songs from this show.
Now, the problem wasn't really with Belafonte or the song. Now, this was our first show following the riots outside the 1968 Democratic Convention in Chicago, and we felt it was important for us to make a comment on that convention.
And we did. And you'll see how we dealt with these issues by using one of Harry's songs. It's called Don't Stop the Carnival, and you'll see and hear it like it should have been seen in 1968.
Our other guest was Cass Elliot. She was part of the Mamas and Papas and one of the most successful, influential rock groups of the 60s. The group had earlier broken up that year, and Cass was beginning her solo career.
So here's what the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour should have looked like, but didn't, on September 29th, 1968.
Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour, 0202, show number one. Take one.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first show of the third season of the Smothers Comedy Brothers Hour is now in session.
The first order of business will be to vote on the subject of the physical appearance of Tom and Dick Smothers.
All those in favor of the Smothers Brothers having mustaches, say aye. All those opposed to the Smothers Brothers having mustaches, say nay. Okay. In the true American democratic conventional spirit, the ayes have it. Mustaches stay. Keep the mustaches. Drown them out. Bring in the band. Bring in the band. Bring it. Get out of here.
It's the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour. With guest stars Cass Elliot, Pat Paulson, and special guest star Harry Belafonte. Jimmy Joyce singers, Ron Poindexter dancers, and Nelson Riddle and his orchestra. From Television City in Hollywood, we now present in the great tradition of the mustache, and so, in the great tradition of the best and the worst in humanity, meet the Smothers Brothers.
Vietnam keeps on a-raging. Blacks and whites still haven't worked it out. Pollution, guns, and poverty surround us. No wonder everybody's dropping out. But we're still here. Oh, yeah. face the same old problem, but we're still here.
That weekly grind is stretching out before us.
Beeping sensors lurking in the wing. CBS would like to give us notice, and some of you don't like the things we say, but we're still here.
He's still there and so am I.
You may not think we're funny, but we're still here.
Oh, both of us have grown a manly mustache.
The blazers that we always wore are gone.
Yes, sir.
Our clean-cut, all-American look is changing, but underneath we're still old Dick and Tom.
But we're still here.
Oh, we're still here. La 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 la. May not recognize us, but we're still here. But we're still here.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And we really are glad to still be here, aren't we, Tom?
We certainly are. I'm thrilled to death to be here.
I'm thrilled to death that you're thrilled to death to be here, and it's great to be thrilled starting our third season, right?
Third Fun Fact season.
And
That's right.
you didn't think it would go beyond 13
I know you didn't.
weeks, you know, at the start.
Before we get
You got
into
a frog in your throat. Get rid of it.
they don't taste that good. Before I get any farther, I know that a lot of you out there and here in the audience, and notice that we have mustaches.
Well, we
and
just sang a song about it.
yeah, and it's a change, and we feel that it really doesn't make any difference what someone looks like or what they wear or what color they are or if they have mustaches. It more depends on what they stand for and what they represent and what they say.
That's right, and since we don't stand for anything or say anything, it really doesn't matter in the least. But we like to make a point that we're not trying to create any image or anything like that,
See-
and if we like the mustaches, we may keep them, we may not. We don't know, right?
You know,
What are you trying to say?
my brother was gone during the summer he was gone for about 2.5 months, and I
about
didn't
5
see him.
months.
And all during this time I didn't see him, and when he came back he had a mustache.
Yeah, I agree.
And I noticed right away that he had a mustache because I hadn't seen him in all that time, and when I saw that he had a mustache, the minute I saw that he had a mustache, I immediately grew one myself. I'm the leader of the group.
Yeah, that's right. But I don't even really know why I grew it. It was just
I know.
I don't grow a very heavy beard or
You know,
anything.
I know why. I know
thought
why.
I'd try to grow one.
Just stop your mustache from moving. I know why that my brother grew his mustache. The reason he grew his mustache is when he grew his mustache when he saw Mom grow hers.
Wait a minute, that is not
That's true.
That
You-
is absolutely
you
that's
know it's
That's
true.
almost a bald-faced lie. But it's not because you got a mustache. But it's a lie because I grew mine first, then Mom grew hers, and then you grew yours. That's how it works.
We like that our mother is in the audience, and we like for, if we can turn the cameras on, we like for you to meet our mother.
This is the first show, and it's the first show.
Mom, stand up, take a bow.
She's a quick shaver, I'll tell you that. Before we go any further, we would like to, at least I would like to go on right now and thank Glenn Campbell and the entire summer show staff for doing such a fine job during the summer while we were gone. Did you see the show? Any of you
Glenn
people,
Campbell
did you see
show.
it? Wasn't it good? Well, Tom, it must have been very exciting for you to have produced the Summer Brothers Smothers show.
It was, Dickie. If I could only convey the excitement that ran through my body, being a big producer, big-time Hollywood producer, was very exciting. I want to share that excitement. I even broke into hypertension and a lot
Yeah.
of other things.
Well, I
and
thought,
palpitation because I was so
Tommy,
excited about
Tommy, I thought that I actually had a very exciting summer racing my race car, but I doubt that it was nearly as exciting as the summer that you had.
Yeah.
But look, let's face it, we both had very exciting summers,
That's
right?
correct.
But there's one thing I do know for sure.
What's that?
Neither of our summers compared to the exciting summer that Pat Paulson had.
Well, why don't we sing about Pat Paulson since he's more exciting than us?
Yeah,
anyway?
let's welcome him back to the show with a big song and a big rally.
Hey!
Reason we're singing this song. Pat Paulson's
Paulson, jump and sing along. Everybody, Pat Paulson, let's all sing his name. Pat Paulson, let's sing it again. Pat Paulson, the man we all love. We hear he's got help from above. Ladies and gentlemen, the next President of the United States, Mr. Patrick Layton Paulson.
No matter how often it happens, I still get a wonderful feeling whenever I'm greeted by throngs of worshipers. Nothing like a good thronging to make me forget the slings and arrows of my opponents. The other candidates charge that when I speak, I often embarrass myself. Well, at least I don't embarrass the whole country. This nation is divided as never before. The Democrats alone are split into three political factions: the new left, the old left, and what's left. Even the Wallace Party is split into two camps: high camp and low camp. Nixon and Humphrey are telling everyone the big issue is law and order. Wallace says the big issue is plagiarism. I know that a great deal of mud has been slung in this campaign. Look at what the Democrats have done to poor Richard Nixon. I'm sure you've seen those bumper stickers that say Nixon's the one. I don't care if he is one. That's dirty politics. For all I know, Humphrey may be one too. There's even been some loose talk about George Wallace. Because of this, I have now so many new supporters that even a Major Daley couldn't beat him off with a stick. Let us now, at this moment in history of these United States, take stock of the problems that face mankind. Man's soul cries out for release from the past degregations of the human spirit. Man's heart cries out for goodwill and understanding. Man's will cries out for strength against the forces of bigotry and oppression. Man is a crybaby. But he is crying for a change. And that is why we can be so... Only have a minute here. And that is why we can be so confident of victory. We know that when the votes have been counted on election night, the word will go out to the four corners of the world, proclaiming that Patrick L. Paulson has been swept up in an overwhelmingly unanimous presidential draft and sucked into the White House. Thank you.
Paulson, let's Paulson, let's sing. Pat Paulson, let's sing it. Pat Paulson, the man we all love. We hear he's got help from above.
Hello and welcome to the original Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour. Hi, I'm Dick Smothers.
And I'm the original brother, Tom.
Yes. These shows were taped in the late 60s before a live audience at Television City in Hollywood. And the Comedy Hour you're about to see was first broadcast on September 29th, 1968.
Now, this show was never broadcast in its entirety on CBS, but you're about to see it uncut as it was originally performed. Our guests were Harry Belafonte and Cass Elliot.
Yeah. Now, Belafonte was already a big, big star, accomplished singer and actor, and also an outspoken champion of civil rights and other important causes. But the censors cut out one of Harry's songs from this show.
Now, the problem wasn't really with Belafonte or the song. Now, this was our first show following the riots outside the 1968 Democratic Convention in Chicago, and we felt it was important for us to make a comment on that convention.
And we did. And you'll see how we dealt with these issues by using one of Harry's songs. It's called Don't Stop the Carnival, and you'll see and hear it like it should have been seen in 1968.
Our other guest was Cass Elliot. She was part of the Mamas and Papas and one of the most successful, influential rock groups of the 60s. The group had earlier broken up that year, and Cass was beginning her solo career.
So here's what the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour should have looked like but didn't on September 29th, 1968.
Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour, 0202, show number 1. Take 1.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first show of the 3rd season of the Smothers Comedy Brothers Hour is now in session.
The first order of business will be to vote on the subject of the physical appearance of Tom and Dick Smothers.
All those in favor of the Smothers Brothers having mustaches, say aye. All those opposed to the Smothers Brothers having mustaches, say nay. Okay. In the true American democratic conventional spirit, the ayes have it. Mustaches stay. The mustaches, yeah. Drown them out. Bring in the band. Bring in the band. Bring it. Get out of here.
It's the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour. With guest stars Cass Elliot, Pat Paulson, and special guest star Harry Belafonte. Jimmy Joyce singers, Ron Poindexter dancers, and Nelson Riddle and his orchestra.
The sycamore tree, dream a little dream of me. Say nighty-night and kiss me. Just hold me tight and tell me you'll miss me while I'm alone and blue as can be. Dream a little dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on, dear, still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear, just saying this. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on, dear, still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger, just saying this. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries far behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me.
I was just talking about on your future. Now, what do you want to do with your life when you grow up, you know, when you get bigger? Who do you want to be like?
Well, I'm not going to get much bigger, but who I want to be like, who I admire the most, is I want to be like my father.
Who?
Gort Smothers. He used to take me for walks in the
who?
park. Gort. He used to take me
Tommy,
for walks in the...
No, your father's name was Mort.
Then who's that guy I was hanging around with?
I don't know.
Well, he did a lot of things. My old man's a sailor, what do you think about that? He wears a sailor's collar, he wears a sailor's hat, he wears a sailor's raincoat, he wears a sailor's shoes, and every Saturday evening he reads the Sunday news. And someday, if I can, I'm gonna be a sailor, the same as my old man.
My old man's an anthropologist. What do you think about that? He wears an anthropologist collar, wears an anthropologist hat. He wears an anthropologist raincoat, he wears anthropologist shoes. Every Saturday evening he reads the anthropologist news. And someday, if I can, I'm gonna be an anthropologist, the same as my old man.
My old man's a Negro. What do you think about that?
Wait a minute.
What do you mean?
Hold on. Tommy, I'm afraid you're incorrect.
My old man's a Negro.
He is not a Negro.
You are a fascist.
Chance. I'm not a fascist.
Then you know some people who are.
I know you, and I know me, and I know you're my brother, so that makes it impossible, absolutely genetically impossible for your old man to be a Negro. You know why? Because my old man is not a Negro.
No wonder Mom always liked you best.
Nothing to do with it.
My old man's a nudist. What do you think about that? He wears a nudist collar, he wears a nudist hat, he wears a nudist raincoat, he wears nudist shoes, and every Saturday morning he reads the nudie news.
And someday, if I can,
I'm gonna be a nudist, the same as my old man.
My old man's a cotton-picking, finger-licking chicken plucker. What do you think about that?
I think you better not make a mistake. Hope that mustache doesn't foul up your mouth. I think all America wonders if it won't.
Certainly hope it won't, Tommy. He wears a cotton-picking, finger-licking chicken plucker's collar. He wears a cotton-picking, finger-licking chicken plucker's hat. Wears a cotton-picking, finger-licking chicken plucker's raincoat. Wears cotton-picking, finger-licking chicken plucker's shoes.
What about socks?
Wears cotton-picking, finger-licking chicken plucker's socks.
What about a mustache?
Wears cotton-picking, finger-licking chicken plucker's mustache.
What about a beret?
Wears cotton-picking, finger-licking chicken plucker's beret.
What about a rainbow?
Wears cotton-picking, finger-licking chicken plucker's rainbow.
What about a bonnet?
Wears cotton-picking, finger-licking chicken plucker's bonnet.
What about a bra?
Wears cotton-picking, finger-licking... What did you say?
Oh, it wasn't that important. It was just...
Well, I know it wasn't very important, but what did you say? Come on, garbage mouth.
All it was...
Spew it out. Go ahead.
Well,
you sure talk dirty since you got hair on your lip.
well, I was just...
Come on.
Well, I just...
Shut up and tell me.
Well, see, all I said, you'll probably take it out of context.
I will not take it out of context. What did you ask me about my father?
It was just a little humorous thing I just threw in.
I don't care if it's funny or not. You asked me something about it, and I want to know.
If I tell you, it won't be funny the second time, and so it's one of those things.
Well, at least you'll be consistent. Now, what did you say?
Well, I was just...
I'm over here. What did you say?
Look at that.
Has nothing to do with my father. Now, what did you say?
All I said was I wondered, just in passing, I wondered if your old man wore a bra. It was funny the second time.
very funny.
Why don't you just say your old man
No.
wear a bra?
No.
Say where's a bra?
No.
You say where's a bra?
Lower your voice.
Say, where's a bra?
Just, these are all our
Tommy,
friends.
that's
just,
my father.
I know,
don't-
just say it, just for fun.
But it's not
I
true.
know, just say it. Just say it.
You mean just for fun?
Just say where's a bra? Go ahead.
All right. He wears a cotton-picking, finger-licking chicken pluckers bra.
Your old man's a
It's cotton-picking news, and someday,
Hey, if I can.
I'm gonna be a cotton-picking, finger-licking chicken plucker.
Why don't you be?
Same as my old man.
We'll be right back with Cass Elliot, Pat Paulson, and our special guest star, Harry Belafonte, on the second half of the Smothers Comedy Brothers Hour.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've finally gotten together.
That's right. You've heard about us for years, and tonight, here we are.
Tom,
Dick.
And Harry.
go ahead, Harry. Feel free.
Don't give me that much freedom. Woo! I wish I knew how it would feel to be free. I wish I could break all the chains holding me. Well, I wish I could say all the things that I could say. Say 'em loud, say 'em clear, for the whole wide world to hear.
I wish I could give all I'm longing to give.
I wish I could live like I'm longing to live.
I wish I could do all the things that I can do.
Though I'm way overdue, I'd be starting anew. Well, I wish I could share all the love that's in my heart. Remove all the bars that keep us apart. Well, I wish you could know what it means to be me, and see and agree that every man should be free.
I wish I could be like a bird in the sky.
How sweet it would be if I found I could fly.
I'd soar to the sun and look down upon the sea.
And I'd sing 'cause I know that every man in this whole wide world should be free. Should
top. The snow is softly falling. The air is still. In the silence of my room, I hear your voice softly calling. If I could only have you near to breathe a sigh or two, I would be happy just to hold the hands I love and to be once again with you. The smoke is rising in the shadows overhead. My glass is almost empty. I read again between the lines upon the page, the words of love you sent me. If I could know within my heart that you were lonely too, I would be happy just to hold the hands I love and to be once again with you. The fire is dying. Now my lamp is growing dim. The shades of night are lifting. The morning light steals across my window pane where webs of snow are drifting. If I could only have you near to breathe a sigh or two, I would be happy just to hold the hands I love and to be once again with you. Once again with you. And to be once again with you. Just to be with you. And to be once again with you. I have to talk to the governor today concerning the carnival parade. Have to talk to the governor today concerning the carnival parade. Trinidad people running wild. Governor say no carnival, a big a riot, police and thing. Picket sign and the people start to sing. Lord, Lord, stop the carnival.
Lord, don't stop the carnival.
Carnival's an American bacchanal.
Lord, don't stop the carnival.
Have no fear if you cut out the new year.
Lord, don't stop the carnival.
Make no fuss if you cut out the Christmas.
Lord, don't stop the carnival.
Here come me woman walking up the block. Pitchy bottom going like a clock. Come me woman walking up the block. Pitchy bottom going like a clock. No carnival, me woman said. Oh Lord, you better off dead. Show me the way to the governor's mansion. I'm going to have me a wrecking session. Lord, don't stop the carnival.
Lord, don't stop the carnival.
Carnival's an American bacchanal.
Lord, don't stop the carnival.
Have no fear if you cut out the New Year.
Lord, don't stop the carnival.
Make no fuss if they cut out the Christmas.
Lord, don't stop the carnival.
I tell you friends, it's a big calamity. Carnival time's a big necessity. Tell you friends, it's a big calamity. Carnival time's a big necessity. Half the country wouldn't sing the song they sing without carnival and all the joy it brings. Oh Lord, I feel so low about that town.
Oh, Chicago.
Humphrey Muskie, McCarthy and Gene McCarthy split the party. Now nobody be happy. Tell the whole population we're having a confrontation. Let it be known, freedom's gone and the country is not our own. Lord, don't stop the carnival.
Lord, don't stop the carnival.
Carnival's an American bacchanal.
Lord, don't stop the carnival.
Did you hear they're going to cut out the New Year?
Lord, don't stop the carnival.
Make no fuss or they cut out the Christmas.
Lord, don't stop the carnival.
Mama look up, boo-boo, they shout. Their mother tell them,
Shut up your mouth.
that is your country.
Oh no,
My country can be ugly, so shut your mouth, go away. Mama look up, boo-boo, day. Shut your mouth, go away. Mama look up, boo-boo, day. Boo-boo, day. A boo-boo, day. A boo-boo, day. A boo-boo, day. Jump in the line, rock your body in time. Won't you jump in the line, rock your body in time.
won't you jump in the line, rock your body in time. Won't you jump in the line, rock your body in time. Won't you jump in the line, rock your body in time. Won't you jump in the line, rock your body in time. Won't you shake, shake, shake.
Shake, 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 America, shake.
Shake, shake,
All day, all night, Marianne. Down by the seaside, sifting sand. Even little children join in the band. Singing all day, all night, Marianne.
don't stop the carnival.
Marianne,
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 Don't stop the carnival.
Marianne.
Don't stop the carnival.
Sly mongoose, dogs know your name. Sly mongoose, dogs know your name. Mongoose put on his wooden gloves, going out hunting for a flock of doves. Hunting is what the mongoose loves. Oh, Sly mongoose, oh yes he was a. I mean he was a. You know he was Sly mongoose. Aha. 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 Back to back, belly to belly, don't give a damn. We done that already. Whoa, back to back, belly to belly, and the zombie jamboree. Sing the chorus, back to back, belly to belly, don't give a damn. We done that already. Whoa, back to back, belly to belly, and the zombie jamboree. Lord, don't stop the carnival.
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 I can't even sing to it.
Lord, don't stop the carnival.
I can't even sing to it.
Lord, don't stop the carnival.
I tell you why I can't sing to it.
Lord, don't stop the carnival.
These ain't the times to sing Matilda.
Lord, don't stop the carnival.
Times like these would have almost killed her.
Lord, don't stop the carnival.
If she come here, they'll probably jail her.
Lord, don't stop the carnival.
I keep Matilda down in Venezuela.
Lord, don't stop the carnival.
Lord, don't stop the carnival.
Lord, don't stop the carnival.
Carnival's an American bacchanal.
Lord, don't stop the carnival.
People should not live under the big gun.
Lord, don't stop the carnival.
You know, there's another song we can all hum.
Lord, don't stop the carnival.
Because we shall overcome.
Lord, don't stop the carnival.
We shall overcome.
Lord, don't stop the carnival.
Let the people see the fun.
Lord, don't stop the carnival.
See how the country's being run.
Lord, don't stop the carnival.
I said, please don't stop that carnival.
Lord, don't stop the carnival.
I said, please don't stop my carnival.
Lord, don't stop the carnival.
I said, please don't stop the carnival.
Lord, don't stop the carnival. Lord, don't stop the carnival.
Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour presents Bonanza Rosa. Starring Pat Paulson as Ben Cartwright, Harry Belafonte as Little Jerk, and Cass Elliot as Hass. A great family that single-handedly turned the Ponderanza into the Bonanza Rosa. We'll be right back with tonight's exciting episode right after this message. Now, back to Bonanza Rosa.
Paul! Paul!
What is it, Little Jerk?
There's trouble down on the South 40.
Trouble? What kind of trouble?
Our sharecropper family. He's been kidnapped.
You mean the Nielsen's?
That's right, little house. They have stole our Nielsen's.
That's trouble, all right. Them Nilsons have been true to us for 10 years.
Oh.
Well, what happened? Were there any clues?
All I found was this note.
What note?
I'll get it, Paul. Oh.
What's it say, Hass?
It's for you, Pa.
Real smart, Hass. See what it says here. It says, to whom it may concern, or dear Pa, Little Jerk, and Hass.
Oh, that's me, Pa. I'll take it.
Don't grab. Says there's too many wild things going on at the Ponderanza. We done gone and stole your Nielsen family. They'll never see you again unless you change your ways. Signed, the Smut Brothers. P.S. Pooh on you.
One of them dirty smut swiners? Let's get them, Paul.
Yeah, let's do that.
There's a note on it, Pa.
Well, what's it say? Read it.
It's for you.
Real wise. Says here, P.S. your window's broken. Yeah, sure. Well, that does it. We got to get our Nielsen family back.
Listen, Paul. Somebody's coming.
I think there's somebody at the door. Come in. All right,
weapons, such as they are.
It's the Put my hair back, white boy. Be careful, Paul. I've seen these boys in action. Their mouths may be loaded.
Yeah, well, listen, Smuts. What have you done with our Nielsen family?
We kidnapped them, and we got them, and we're taking good care of them.
Yeah.
Where are they?
They're right out there.
Let's see. Boy, they're ugly. You can't do that on television. Don't worry, Nielsen's. We'll get you back. All right, why'd you kidnap him?
Because of all the weird things going on around here, that's why.
What weird things are you talking about?
Well, since we moved next door to your spread about 2 years ago...
There's strange things happening here on the Pandoranza Ranch.
Ranch. Yeah, there's a lot of strange rumors.
Weird rumors and strange rumors? What do you mean, nothing weird here?
What do you mean, nothing weird here?
That's
You
what I
three
mean.
guys living alone on a ranch for 10 years unchaperoned? That's kind of strange.
Yeah, 2 guys ain't bad.
No.
But 3 is some kind of...
You watch it, garbage mouth.
Now, wait a minute, Paul. Let him talk.
I think I'll let him talk.
And another thing, why you ain't got no women around here? You afraid of falling in love or something?
Don't do no good falling in love. It only lasts for one show anyway.
Well, that's pretty easy to see why.
Yeah, that's easy.
Why? Why?
Well, you've been wearing the same clothes for 10 years.
Yeah.
Enough of this bull feathers. How are we going to get our Nielsen family back? What do we have to do?
Well, I won't want to tell you how to, run your road.
No, ranch.
Ranch. I don't want to tell you how to run your ranch, but if you want those Nielsens back, you have to change your ways.
And your clothes.
Yeah, get rid of those weird things going on around here.
Weird things.
I told you before, there's no weirdness around here.
Now, wait a minute, Paul. Paul? Well, for years now, Paul, I've been feeling strange.
Wait.
I have a feeling, Paul, that there's something different about me and my brother Hass here.
Why?
I mean, I'm taller.
I got a question too, Paul.
Well, what is it, Hass?
I've been your son for 10 years now, and I was wondering, could I take off this dumb hat? And not only that, but I ain't never met my ma, Pa.
Me too, Paul.
That's the point. That's just the deal we want to talk to you about. Now, you're supposed to be a typical American family, all-American family.
Well, we
but
are.
you ain't. You ain't.
So you better get a mother in it. If you don't want to ever see the Nielsens
No, if you
ever
want to.
again.
Well, they're right, Paul. We do deserve to have a mother.
Yeah, Pa, after 10 years, a man needs a mother?
Yeah, you got to get married, Paul.
That's right,
That's right,
Paul.
Pa.
You got to get married.
Hold on a minute. I can't get married.
Why not, Paul?
Well, because your mom, Ma Cartwrong, is still alive.
Alive?
Where is she, Paul? Where?
Well, she's been here all along.
Where?
Well, you know that closet I had boarded up for 10 years?
Where?
He means the clean clothes closet.
Right, she's in there. Go get her, little jerk. We can't hide it any longer.
You a big mother.
Now, little
sugar dumpling, you see why you so tall?
Oh, but Ma, don't forget your other son, Ma. Why don't you give Hass a kiss?
Oh. Now they'll never get the Nielsen's back.
Thank you very much. We're a little rushed tonight, so I'd just like to say that next week's guest will be Miss Nancy Sinatra. That's great. And direct from London, we're very proud to say we have the Beatles. And once again, Mr. Harry Belafonte.
We want to thank our guests for this week, Miss Cass Elliot, Pat Paulson, our special guest stars,
Mr. Harry Belafonte, yeah. That's right. And we also like to give special thanks to Rosie Greer, formerly of the Los Angeles Rams, and he also has his own variety show here in Los Angeles. We'd like to thank him very much for appearing with us as Ma Cartwright. Keep him up. And big hand. So good night, and thank you.
This is Roger Carroll speaking.
The start of this show was the start of the third season. There'd been a lot of heated discussions on censorship and control of the show during the first two seasons. This is our first year back, the first show back after for the third year.
I think you'll notice if you on the show that we weren't happy about doing the question and answer period. We liked doing those normally, and they were fun, but we had to, I think you commented about, we have to fill some time here. We thought we had a show. We're going to fill some time. I'll do a handstand if you don't like the show. Why don't you tune in to Bonanza? They're sort of fun, but come on back. See us later. And so we were playing a little bit of games, and that gamesmanship in the third season got pretty funny.
And it also got very heated.
And heated.
The Belafonte piece was taken out. Getting back to that, we put in a question and answer period. I was very upset about them censoring the show. And so we put in the question and answer period, and then when they replaced the carnival bit, they took it out and they sold part of the time to Richard M. Nixon for a political campaign.
We had plagued over how to use the footage, how to shape the songs. I certainly had the right to approve of the words that I was going to sing, and we had to frame it carefully so that we weren't fanning the flames of anger. We wanted to create the arena of discontent with what was going on, and to say that it's proper to be to have this discontent. But when it didn't go on the air, and we were conscious that we were dealing with something that should be, carefully dealt with. I was called by Tommy Smothers, and I was told that it wasn't going to go on. And he told me of his anguish and his anger, and that they didn't know quite what they were going to do about it, but they knew that something would have to be done. And there was one thing that we knew: we couldn't keep it secret, that we would have to take it to the American people, that we'd have to take it to the public and let them know what had happened to us. And to a great extent, that's what we did.
Actually, Harry doing the Stop the Carnival to the Democratic National Convention, a lot of young people probably don't remember their history. It was the most violent political convention in this century. I mean, there was the yippies, there was police brutality, it was physically very, very volatile and very heavy. And it wasn't a compliment to the Democratic Party.
No, we weren't.
It was to the political process we were making the comment about. So they took it out and sold the time to the Republican National Party for Richard Nixon's campaign. So they took it out and had Richard Nixon, who was not our friend. He was actually later on this guy who he won the election and then fired us. It was to him that did it. So it was a combination of very ironic happenings.
But this was a kind of an indication. We didn't know at all that this was the start of our last season with the.
They were planning our death.
I'd rather have had the Smothers Brothers on the air for the length of time we had them saying something than to have had the Smothers Brothers on the air forever saying nothing. By that mere fact, they made an enormous contribution because they touched thousands and thousands of minds that I'm sure decided during the period of the Smothers Brothers show that they were not going to take any crap, that they were going to stay to the gun, that it was the honorable thing to do, the moral thing to do. And I think the Smothers Brothers, with all the difficulty that they experienced, must take great reward in the fact that they were the heroes of the time and are in the minds of many of us still quite heroic.
We hope this comedy hour brought back memories for some of you, and for others who were not around back then, maybe we showed you a little bit about what TV and the world were like in September 1968, particularly at the Chicago Convention.